Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I just wanted to come and run my mouth and talk about the people. So, before y'all, because a few of you have asked me to talk about the Drake and Kendrick Lamar situation. That's really not my area of expertise. I can't go line for line, bar for bar, okay? But I will talk about this much. There are two things that I want to address that Kendrick Lamar let the girls and boys and non-binary and non-gender conforming folk know. One, he said that Drake is allegedly, girl, on the big O. Girl, he gets a shot every week. He's on the Ozempic. Okay? Now that's what Kendrick said. Kendrick said that he had the prescription. Yes. And that Aubrey was over there, girl, trying to get skinny like everybody else. Now, there was this back and forth in the comment section about whether or not the alleged prescription was, fraudulent, or if it was actually really his prescription that Kendrick had gotten a hold to. All I'm gonna say is this. In the world that we live in, we know that those who lean closer to being smaller is more socially acceptable. It's seen more as you leaning more towards the attractive side, right? I think a lot of us, including me, girl, want to be slim, thick, a little skinny, girl, just because we think it's cute and because that stays in our head that the smaller you are, the more attractive you are, right? We know that's not necessarily true because it's some small, ugly people running around. Okay? And it just is what it is. Well, I don't want to use the word ugly, but it's some small, unattractive people running around. So just because you smile, don't mean that you automatically cute. Because you a bugaboo, a bugaboo. But that's just what it is, though, right? We know how this world is set up. I would not put it past Drake for Drake to be on Ozempic. I just wouldn't. When I look at Drake and Drake already walking around here with purple fingernail polish, girl, looking like the city girl, material girls. Girl, let me stop because I don't want anybody talking about girl straight men can't wear fingernail polish. But girl, he's already leaning into his hot girl summer era. The other day I saw him hugging what's his name? Birdman. And Drake had on a nasty purple finger. I said, oh, okay. Um every time I see Drake has his lips in a picture and he has a duck lip. He gonna give you a nasty duck lip. So girl, we you already giving us a nasty purple tip and a duck lip. It ain't too far that you own a little Ozempic. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? And then I don't know if Aubrey has lied on the table for a little bit of, snip snap, tug, right? But the boys are getting plastic surgery. It's not spoken on the same level as women, right? But the Kanye, was it Rob? Did Rob Kardashian get? No, I just lied on Rob. Let me stop bringing Rob up. It was Kanye. Kanye done got plastic surgery, liposuction. What's that guy named? Bandman Vivo. What's his name? He got a little plastic surgery. I think Funk. What's it? The DJ Funk Master Flex. He got a little plastic surgery. Bandman Kevo. That's his name, I believe. He got a little lipo. And when I saw Drake post a picture one time of him, he had on a bathing suit, some shorts, it looked like he had that ab etching situation that people get now. And there's no tea, no shade. For the people out there who are actually trainers, personal trainers, fitness gurus, I've always heard that the stomach area is the most difficult area. So when I looked at Drake's body, I would see he looked like he might have worked out, but I'm like, where did this six pack come from? Because everything else, the rest of your body is not giving me very muscular-ish, right? It's giving, oh, you might do a sit-up every now. I mean, you may do a push-up every now and again, but you got this six pack just out the blue. It's just not too far fetched that Drake actually does take Ozempic, and if he is, I'm not mad at it. I'm about to say something that's really about to be problematic. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I am. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. Kelly Osbourne. I can't even believe I'm agreeing with that white heifer. Kelly Osbourne came out a few months ago and was basically like, the people that have the most to say about Ozempic are just mad because they can't afford it. And I tend to believe it. I think that while I see a lot of people online, I feel bad for the people who are diabetic who couldn't get a hold to their medication because the people who girl was just using it to be skinny, right? It was messing it up for the people who really needed it. However, I do believe that if people could afford Ozempic, especially those who wanted to lose a quick, fast 30, 40 pounds, they would do it. I believe it. Okay? The only reason why I ain't get me none was because, girl, when my doctor tried to submit my stuff, because my insurance company denied it. Well, it wasn't even Ozempic; it was Wegovy. That's an actual shot for weight loss. You lose weight through if you take Ozempic, but Wegovy is for actual weight loss. And the only reason why I didn't get the Wegovy was because, girl, the insurance denied. And them hoes was trying to get me to pay $1,600 out of pocket. I said, who in the fuck you think got $1,600? Girl. So I couldn't get the Wegovy. But anyways, so yeah, I'm not mad. I'm not mad at anybody who gets a little assistance on a weight loss journey. Um, we'll talk one day. I'll tell you a story one day. But yeah, I'm not mad at anybody who receives assistance. I think that more people would be on Ozempic, Wegovy. I think I'm pronouncing it the right way, if they could afford it. And I think when I see a lot of people online talking about, oh, you just y'all are taking it from the people who actually need it. Y'all really don't give a damn about these people who got diabetes. Girl, y'all don't. Girl, y'all just mad because y'all can't get the shot. Because if your big ass could get a shot and lose an extra 30 pounds, your big ass would take a shot too. I see too many people in the comments trying to put on a stunt in a show, trying to act like they really give a damn about people who got diabetes, and I really don't think y'all do. I think if you could get your hands on a shot, girl, a 2 month supply, you would get your hands on a 2 month supply, and you wouldn't tell nobody. I do. Oh yes, God. Anyways, child, what else are you talking about? Here, let me look at my folder. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hold up. You stole him from me. I am him once. Oh, here we go. Marlon Wayans talks grief, losing nearly 60 people in 3 years, and again how his late mother is the reason he never got married. All right. So while opening up dealing with grief, Marlon Wayans reveals how he lost nearly 60 people within 3 years. Girl, I'm not trying to be funny. Do you know? Do y'all know 60 people? Girl, somebody said in the comment section. If somebody told me to name 60 people I know in this life or death, girl, bang, bang, shoot them up, I'm going home to glory. Because I can't name you 60 people. Okay? I'm going to have a hard time naming. Come on, I'm going to have a hard time trying to get past 10. um, so I was just like, how do you know 60, like, girl, I'm like, girl, was it a, it had, girl, I mean, girl, was it a plane crash? I don't know. Like, was it like your employees? Do you have a business? I really want him to elaborate on these 60 people that passed away in 3 years. I need to know who are these people. Um, and again explains how his late mother is the reason why he never got married. Ahead of his June 4 due Prime Video stand-up special, Good Grief, where he recalls the passing of his parents, the 51-year-old spoke with the New York Times about losing 58 people back to back and about the reason why he chose not to get married during his mother's lifetime. We're gonna have to listen to him talk about that because I need to know what's going on with all them people passing away and how he know all those goddamn people. I'm ahead of his June 4 due Prime Video stand-up special, Good Grief, where he recalls the passing of his parents. Marlon Wayans, 51, spoke with New York Times. Oh, girl, y'all, okay. Girl, they literally put the same thing again. In July 2020, Wayans' mother, Elvira Alethea Wayans, passed away at 82 years old. 3 years later, in April 2023, Wayans' father passed away at 86. In August 2021, Wayans previously told Essence why he'd never been married, claiming it was because he wanted his mom to be his number one girl. Speaking with NYT about his next comedy special, Wayans said, "It's a funny journey about the death of my parents." He continued, but it wasn't just the death of my parents. I lost 58 people that I loved in a matter of 3 years. It felt like biblical. Speaking on his mother's passing, Marlon Wayne said, "My mother's death broke me. It shattered me into a million pieces because that was my girl. I never got married because I never wanted my mother to be jealous of a woman. I never wanted my mother to feel second to any woman." When asked if he always knew that was the reason why he never wed, he replied, "Oh, absolutely. That was one of 5 reasons. And mom was very needy. I told my mother on her deathbed, I never got married because I always wanted you to be my number one girl. Those were my last words. I said, take that to heaven with you." I don't want to offend anyone. I don't. That is not my intent. I don't want to sound insensitive to any one situation, but I think that it is very weird when I hear, and these relationships actually do exist, when we hear these stories of these women who have these, I don't know the word, emotional, um, incestuous relationships with their sons. And when these sons, it appears that they also have these emotional, incestuous relationships with their mothers. Um, I think that being in a relationship, a positive, loving relationship, can be a wonderful thing. I think that it is absolutely sad in a way that Marlon felt as though he could not experience love because his mother would feel some type of way. But I also, in a way, can kind of, I guess, for lack of a better word, appreciate that Marlon didn't bring a woman into his life for that woman just to basically be going against his mother at every turn. So I guess in a way, on a positive note, if you want to look at it on the positive note, you know, he didn't string some woman along just for her to come in and have to always constantly fight with her mother-in-law. But on the flip side, it's like, girl, you were that connected to your mother to the point where you denied yourself a relationship, what possibly could have been a great relationship, because you're that, again, tied to this person who birthed you. That will forever be weird to me. I do believe, and I'm gonna go ahead and say it, that if you meet a man and if he's like a Marlon Wayans who have these deep, like, weird ass bonds and connections with their mother, I will say, girl, run for the motherfucking hills. I would my advice to any woman out there who meets a man and he is a mama's boy times 10, honey, run for the hills. You're gonna be in a fight for the rest of your life, especially if you get married. It's always gonna be you against her. I think it's one thing for somebody to love their mother and to worship their mother, not even worship, but to love their mother and honor their mother and to want to make sure their mother is protected and taken care of while they're here. I think it's a whole nother situation when, girl, you can't even go out here and get in a relationship because you say your mama is needy and your mama is your number one girl and what no other woman gonna come before you. Like, girl, I think that is weird to me. That is weird to me. Let's move on, girl. Oh God. Oh, listen to this, girl. This America's favorite housewife, America's favorite couple. Hashtag love wins. Hashtag love wins. Say what now? RHOA's Porsha Williams demands Simon pay her $50K for divorce attorney fees, despite her initiating divorce filing. Neighbors talk about a divorce war. Real Housewives of Atlanta star Porsha Williams has demanded her estranged husband, Simon Gubadia, pay her $50K for attorney fees, and Simon's attorney in the case is completely against it just as much as he is. According to court documents gained by Radar Online, Porsha asked the court for $50K from Simon. Simon's attorney argued that this court should deny Porsha's request for attorney fees because she has failed to provide a statutory basis for the request as required under Georgia law. Porsha's request for a lump sum award of $50,000 in attorney fees is not allowed by law. So I guess they said she really didn't give a real reason of why he should be responsible for paying for the $50K. Can I say something? I know y'all gonna say I'm saying this just because I don't too much like Porsha. Girl. If I was Simon, Porsha wouldn't be in my goddamn house. Y'all, let me say something. Porsha and that man was married for 14 months and some change. And I've said this before, even if you take Porsha out of the picture, I don't think that if you've only been married for 14 months, you should be getting anything out of the relationship. Girl, you were only married for 14 months. Girl, you were engaged in 30 days. Girl, y'all were still considered a newlyweds. Considered newlyweds. Like, no. So Porsha over there trying not to leave that man's house, girl, trying to stay in the $7 billion house. Girl, if you don't get your shit and go back over to that house your mama staying in, I really do believe that. And I think I've even said that before when I forgot who we were talking about. It was somebody else who was in like a short term relationship, marriage. And I was like, girl, as much as I'm always down for the girls getting their money, girl, on some real stuff, girl. I don't think it's right that that relationship, it wasn't that long for you to be wanting to stay in the house, and girl, you asking for him to pay your attorney fees. Now, I will say this much: I think it's one thing if Porsha was over there getting her head knocked between a washer and a dryer, right? Um, and then she filed for divorce, then I would be like, well, girl, she filed for divorce because, girl, you were over there being abusive. You know what I'm saying? But that's not the case. Girl, Porsha is a stunt queen. Simon is a stunt queen. And it sounds like Simon is the bigger stunt queen. Okay? Porsha thought she hit a lick. She didn't hit a lick. And girl, now she's trying to act like, girl, she ain't know who she married. Well, of course you ain't know who the fuck you married because you married the nigga. Girl, you was engaged to a nigga after 30 days of knowing him, supposedly. Girl. But we know that you and Simon was already, according to your baby daddy, girl, according to your baby's daddies, okay, Mr. Hot Dog Man, Mr. Dennis told Fallon that you and Simon was already before them cameras hit. And when y'all did that, girl, when y'all did that little bump, girl, when y'all did that bump on camera, y'all already knew each other. That's what your baby daddy said. That's what Fallon said your baby daddy said. Anyways, child. Shout out to Love Wins. Shout out to hashtag Love Wins. Be his peace. Yeah, yes. I remember y'all asking, I'm about to say it. I'm about to say it. This is for the new people because I know sometimes new people come to the video. Shout out to all the new people in the building. Shout out to the old people. Shout out to everybody. But I remember some of y'all asked us down to the Instagram talking about, yes, Porsha found her a rich man. Porsha found her a man. Y'all hoes just jealous. Why y'all so mad? Porsha got her a rich man. Y'all just hating. Do she got a rich man? Girl, were we really hating? Girl, were we really jealous? Girl. Girl, Simon is over there swinging Porsha every which way but loose. Hello? And I told y'all, Simon is a stunt queen from the late 70s and the early 80s. Okay? Simon was already out here stunting and queening and scamming and scheming before half of us was already born. Simon is not new to this, baby. Okay? Simon is true to this. And Porsha is about to gag. Simon is about to gag the shit out of Porsha. You think you about to run a scam over a nigga who been scamming since 73? Okay? Since 76, girl. Became an expert by 82? You think you about to run a scam on a nigga like that? Girl, no. Simon is about to gag Porsha. Okay? Anyways, y'all will see. Simon is a real, true African scammer. Nigga probably got all types of aliases and shit. Shout out to Simon. Oh, trifling ass. Anyways, I'm gone. I'll talk to y'all later. Have a good day. Bye, y'all.